So today, October 19th, I'm going to review my daily trades. I'm going to skip this one, this one, and this one. These are penny stock trades that are not part of my overall strategy. So for right now, I'm not going to include them. In the past couple of weeks, I've been working to improve my trading. I filled up on a lot of education and take my own trades based on my own analysis. Joined the course, 2-week course to learn a lot of fundamentals and just get a normal and a strategy. So today's one of the first days that I'm implementing that strategy. And overall, I had 1 win and 1 loss today. So the first one was a loss, the second one was a win. And I'm going to go over these trades, recap them, and explain what my thinking was and the mistakes I made. So the first trade was F4 trade. I bought shares. I saw it really small relatively for shares because I wasn't sure about the trade initially before. I didn't give it enough thought initially. And something looked funny, so I sized it small just to be safe. Now, this trade, I took it at 10.29, 50 shares at 12.06. So that is right about here on this candle. So the thinking for this trade was I drew an hourly level over here at 12.06, and the idea was that I would take once across that level at 10.26. So that was this candle, it's 10.29. Yeah, so it was this candle right here. When it crossed that level, that it would go up. Overall for the day, SPY was negative, was in a downtrend, and F was holding up pretty well. So as you can see, F closed positive for the day, closed negative for the day. So F was doing relatively good. And so the idea was to cross this. Once it crossed this, it would go all the way up to yesterday high, which is this line. Now, my mistake was that really the most that I could expect it was to go to previous high or the previous resistance from the day before. So this would be the first target and this would be the second one. Now, the risk and reward ratio for this trade, assuming I took it over here and my stop loss was here at 11.99. So to hit yesterday high would be worth it. That's a 271 risk reward ratio. But to hit the first target wouldn't be worth it, meaning my stop loss would be greater than my profit target. So this trade wasn't a good trade. It did hit my stop loss at a couple minutes later. So 10.36, it hit my stop loss right here in this candle, and it kept going down, and then it went back up. So a better trade would be to take it around here or here on the way back up, and then take it to this target with the stop loss here, or on the next cross over here, and all the way up there. So this was the first trade. Didn't go so well, but I did size it small, relatively small for shares. So if my entry was 12.06, my stop loss was 11.99. The way I sized it was I was willing to accept up to a $20 loss normally on currently on my stop loss. So I could have bought, this is 7 cents. So let's see, I'm working with that amount, so this is taking it the longer. So I could have bought about 280 shares, but that would be for regular size. But I sized this extra small. Again, like I said, because I wasn't confident in the trade, I didn't get close enough. I just took it on a whim. I shouldn't have taken this trade, but my size was a fifth or a sixth of the normal size. This should have been like a $3,000, $2,000 trade. So yeah, so the loss was minimal. I lost $3, 337. Second trade I took was so BAC. This was option trade for the downside. So I took the trade at 12.03 and we could pull it up right here. So I put this on the chart. So for the BAC, I was looking at the previous low of day. Well, low of day so far up to this point. Low of day was at 34.18. And then I had an hourly target that was at 33.86. And pretty much nothing between those two levels. As you can see here, there was a gap. The hourly level was mostly for the gap fill. Yeah, so this one, I entered risk reward is 254. That's pretty good. I entered over here at around 12.03. My stop loss was here, which is previous resistance. You can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4. They all bounced off at 34.30. So I made my stop loss at 34.32. Here also, you can see bounced over here. This one, support, support, support. So this is a pretty good stop loss. And after I bought it, price pretty much chopped over here for a couple of minutes, about 20 minutes. And then at around 12:25, it started dropping, went back up. I only bought 3 contracts at $1.24 each. So about $400. This is a bit of an oversized, but because the stop loss was so tight and I bought 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks out contracts. So even on a $400 trade, if it hit my stop loss, it probably wouldn't have been more than 5% loss, which would be about $20. So that's okay. In hindsight, I probably should have got a week and a half out. Another consideration for this trade was overall, at this point, I was at 34.18. Daily ATR, which is the average range of a dollar amount that the stock moves in a day. Now it's 119. At the time, it was about 114. So I figured stock already moved about, at that point, where it was at the 34.16, it already moved about, I think it was about 80 cents. So it had about 35 cents left to go, 40 cents left to go, which would be take me almost to my target, my 33.86. So 96, 106, yeah, so about 40 cents. So it just made sense overall. Obviously, the stock was at a low trend, at a downtrend, kept making the lows. SPY was mostly negative for the day. Overall, I felt confident that the stock was in a downtrend and it would keep going. I did sell one contract a bit early. So here, even before I hit my target at 10%, which is just a habit I have, that at 10%, I try to trim a little bit just to capture some gains. Probably not the smartest thing to do, but overall for now at my small size, it's not a big difference. As you can see, once it did hit my target, I sold for 140. So this was about maybe 13% or so. So not much of a difference. I did leave one runner in case it would hit my next target, which it almost did. But as you can see here, I ended up selling it around here again for $1.36. So didn't maximize that one. I should have sold it at any one of these bounces. Could have sold it for about $1.45, 145, 146, 47. So could have made more on the trade. But overall, good trade. I'm using Algo for the trend by a trader from Discord, K. And as you can see here, as long as the color is red, the downtrend is still there. So I entered around here. Once across the level, even though we had some candles that were green, looking at this trend being red gave me the confidence to keep holding down all the way to the target. This was very helpful. Same thing with the levels. There's another indicator by him that shows levels. I don't take them blindly, but I use them as confirmation. Once I draw the levels, I look at what the algo shows, what the indicator shows levels on the hourly, and make sure that it's at least around more or less my levels. Now keep in mind the levels now at night will be a little different because these levels repaint from the indicator. So right now they won't be the same, but at the time they were drawing, they were more or less around the same level. So overall, this is the recap for today. The other trades that I took, like I said, were penny stock trades that I was following on alerts. And my goal going forward really is to focus less on alerts and more on my own trades. So basically trying to use the education that I'm gaining and the courses that I'm taking to try to take my own trades based on confidence and just analysis of what I'm seeing. And that's really my goal with these trade recaps, is just to keep myself accountable. And at the end of each day, look at the trades that I took and just be honest why I took them and was it good or not. So back to Ford again, this trade was stupid. I should not have taken it. I took it just because I just guess I saw a big green candle and assumed that it would just continue. So yeah, just by looking at it closely for more than a minute or two, we could see that on this candle, the closest target is right here. It's going back, so it would go back to the previous high and where the closest resistance, and it would make sense to enter this on a break of this level all the way up, to take it all the way up here, and then this would be the stop loss, which that did not happen until here. This is already the end of the day, and if I took it, probably end up around here, just sell it at break even. So overall, not such a good trade. But Bank of America more than made up for that, again, with sizing really low on F, because I knew I wasn't doing the right thing. And Bank of America regular hit the target. Overall, the made almost 10% on that trade, which for now is a win. My goal is to try to get closer to 20% on these trades. But as long as I keep these at a higher percentage than my losses, then we should be good. And yeah, so overall, good day. Hoping to keep this momentum going. As usual, if you like this video, like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment if you have any questions. Obviously, I'm, learning this as I'm going, trying to get better every day. and hoping to look back at these videos in the future and appreciate the journey and the effort to get to where I will be. And if you learned something along the way, then I hope it makes it worth it for you. And for me, thank you so much. Have a good night, and I'll see you on the next video.